In the video that you're about to watch, I'm going to be talking about T-junctions. However, I am going to be talking about the closed T-junction in these videos more so than the open. Open means you can see there's nothing on the left and the right, okay? Nothing at all. So it's more likely that you could pull out in a higher gear if there is nothing there. You might be able to pull out in second because you can see, because that's just grass, that there's, you can see everything. There's no cars coming, there's no pedestrians, nothing. You might be able to pull out in second. What's the point in stopping? Yeah. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the closed junction and giving you demonstrations on the closed junction. So this is supposed to be a house. These are bushes. You can only see up to there. So that house stops you from being able to see all the hazards on the right, which is the pedestrian, the parked car and all the bikes, see? And that bush stops you from being able to see the pedestrian, the parked car, and of course anything else that's on the road. Give way lines, give way. Triangle, same as, yeah, give way triangle. Stop sign, octagonal, filled in line. Those are the only ones of their shape, because if you cover them in snow, you still know what they are, okay? You have to stop by law at a line there, otherwise you'll get in trouble with the police. But moving swiftly on, okay? But this is a video about closed T-junctions. I'm not focusing on open ones today. So this junction here is called a closed junction, and it's closed because you can't see to the left and the right. So this wall and this bush stops you from seeing to the right, and this tree and the little wall stops you from seeing to the left. So this is called a closed junction. Closed meaning you can't see. Open would mean that these walls and stuff don't exist, so you'd be able to see for miles. So this junction is definitely going to be approached at the slowest speed that you've got in the car, which will therefore mean that you can only use first gear, because the car will stall otherwise if you try and take off from a very low speed in second, yeah, or even a higher gear. You'll just stall because the car just can't cope. That's first gear's job. If you're going that slowly, you need to use first, okay? Now, if a student was to come up to this and try and use second, I wouldn't allow it. But let's just say that they did, right? They would only look to the right properly because they know that that's where the most amount of danger comes from in a normal circumstance, because people on the right will be coming towards them. So what they tend to do, if they're going to get their gear wrong at a junction like this, is they go down, they go brake on, they might even go clutch down, because they're thinking about changing gear, but they don't, or they do and they put it into second. Then they only prioritise in their mind the most dangerous place. So they will look to the right like that and then start pulling out, but then there's something on the left. And this is a particularly dangerous left turn out of here because of the blue car that's parked opposite, yeah? Obviously there's a black car as well, but the blue car is even more dangerous because the people on the left on the main road will literally be on the wrong side of the road to overtake it. And of course, because we're at a T-junction, we've got to give way to that. So if you try to come out of this junction in the wrong gear, you are so at risk, because it's so likely that the person would look to the right better than the left. They would start moving out to the left and they could have a head-on collision with the person on the left that's coming. You do not have priority over the major road. The major road is the one that flows to the left and the right. You are on the minor road. You're the one who's got the give way lines, okay, on the floor. So if you come up to this and you go braking, clutch down, first gear, look right, look left, look right, look left, yeah, and really make sure that you're okay to pull away, then obviously you're much safer. So do have a look, make sure that you know whether your junction is open or closed, because yeah, using the wrong gear can put you at huge risk, because you only check one side properly, really properly before going. So I just want to do a series of them now. So I'm just going to find some closed T-junctions for you so you can see. Okay, so I hope my audio is okay because I haven't got my speaker on. So this is a closed junction, mirrors to the left, signals left. So I really can't see anything because of the bushes, the parked cars. I'm very concerned about both sides. Down into first, looking to the right, looking to the left, looking to the right, looking to the left. Yep, looking fine, coming up to the bike. So as you can see, even though I used first gear, I didn't actually stop, but it gave me all that beautiful time. see whether I can actually go. Yeah, I hear so many students like, oh, do I need to fully stop before I use first? No, you need to be very, very close to stopping, yeah, but you don't actually need to be stopped to use first. I'm going to turn right at the junction, it's closed. Mirrors to the right, signals to the right. Speed by braking, particularly closed on the left side, braking, out of third, into first, right, left, yep. Coming up to the bike. See? So again, that was first gear, yeah? And I looked beautifully both ways, absolutely no risk, yeah? Because I knew about pedestrians, I knew about cars coming on both sides, I knew about all the parked cars, yeah? So it's exceptionally safe, risk very, very low. At the end of the road, turn left. So very closed, very closed. So speed by braking, out of third, into first, right, left, right, up to the bite. Beautiful observations on the left and the right, but not stopping, because I can work out what's going on in time. I can see beautifully, there is no risk. I'm not favouring or prioritising one of the sides. I'm looking at both equally. I'm making sure that I am safe, yeah? I really hope this comes across, guys, because, you know, it's all about safety and reducing risk down, yeah? Ooh, a black cat is crossing my path. What is going to happen today? Anybody superstitious? I wonder if I crash at the next junction. Okay, close junction. And speed by brake, out of second, into first, right, left, right, up to the bike. Yeah, it's fine. All right, let's finish the lesson. Mirrors to the left, signal to left. Coming in and parking. All right, peeps. I really hope that helps you, and of course, I shall see you on the next video. I will just add to the end of this video, if you've made it this far, guys, you can't learn to drive online or from books. Yeah, you can get an information, right, from trusted sources, but you need to be in the car. There is so many grey areas to driving. Yeah, driving is not, unfortunately, black and white. There is a lot of thinking on your feet at the time, you know, dealing with hazards at the time. There is so many grey areas, guys. All right. So the more I'm online and the more I'm talking to people and the black and white thinking, you know, it makes me consider about what I'm doing, about teaching online, because I want it to be black and white, but it's just, driving is not. Things happen out of the blue and there's so many grey areas. I've made a comical video about it because there's so many grey areas, and I take the mick out of how grey it is, but it's hard, okay? It's hard to learn something online when you have to act to what you're seeing at the time. All right, I'm just going to shut up now because this is getting too long, this explanation. But my point is this: get in the car, all right? Follow people that you trust, follow people that you like online, and just talk it through with your driving instructor, all right? Talk it through with somebody, or talk it through with your accompanying driver, because there are lots of grey areas. I know that there's the law, obviously there's the law, but there's a lot of grey areas, okay, guys? All right.